Greetings, everyone. My name is Bryon Smith, and I'm happy to be here with you today to talk to you. And for those of you that don't know, I am a music artist. I create what I've entitled self-empowerment music. And that is music that the lyrics are intended to help you feel liberated, positive, and empowered. A lot of it's hip hop based, but I dabble in all types of genres, R&B and house and reggaeton. But enough about me. Today I have a very special guest, and we've been We've been connected for quite some time, and I've been looking forward to actually having a dialogue with her. And how are you today, Renee? Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, Lou. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here and to finally meet you and talk to you. That's awesome. I know we've been connected on Facebook and we chat, but this is totally different, and I'm very excited to be here. My name is René DeAnda, and I teach people how our electromagnetic bodies work through my art, through my energy art, and I've developed some workshops, and I do one-on-one coaching and some courses regarding tools in the toolbox, which we'll get to.
Oh, wow. Now, that sounds very interesting. You said you teach people what now?
I teach people how our electromagnetic bodies work.
Okay, now can you break that down a little bit? Electromagnetic bodies.
Yes.
What does that
So,
actually mean?
so we're actually electromagnets. And you've heard of the law of attraction because that's where I met you. So I know
Yes.
you've heard of the law of attraction. And basically, it's how it works. Um, our thoughts are electric and our emotions are magnetic, and they get together and they create as they grow, the emotions and the thoughts grow together, they create an electromagnet. And that electromagnet pulls like uh, people, things, and situations to you.
Wow, I've never heard it explained so intricately. I always just know that our thoughts and feelings and emotions and our energy, but you actually are taking it to another level by saying that electromagnetic. So you help by through your art, you say?
Yes. So, um, okay, how do I put this? I know it's kind of strange, but
No, it's not strange at all. Strange
so
is all perception. Strange is
right,
all
I like
perception.
to know
And
how
yeah,
things
go,
work.
go ahead.
So, I actually have a degree in process analysis and improvement because I want to know how things work. And when I learned about the law of attraction, I wanted to know how it worked. It was like, okay, well, what are the mechanics of the law of attraction? Why does it work? How does it work? Because it was all very esoteric for me. And as much as I like esoteric things, I really wanted to know how our mechanism worked. Why do we create our reality? How do we create our reality? So
Good question.
yeah, so I listened to a lot of Abraham Hicks and folks like that, and I figured out by listening to these people that they were all saying the same types of things, that our thoughts are electric and our emotions are magnetic, and when you dig a little deeper, there's beliefs down under there too that kind of drive everything. So what ends up happening is people, they'll be able to manifest something once or twice and then they'll get stuck. And the reason they get stuck is because they're able to maintain that vibration in which they can attract things to them for a short period of time, but not for a long period of time. They're unable to sustain it.
Wow.
So what I do is I teach people how to sustain that so that they can continue to manifest the things that they really want. enjoy in their reality, the things that they most prefer in their reality. So, because the mechanism works 24/7,
Yes,
it's working all the
absolutely.
time. So, most people, or a lot of people, more and more people are learning about it, but a lot of people don't know how the mechanism works. So, if they can get it to work on occasion, then and then they can't get it to work, say they can't get it to work all of a sudden, when they get stuck there, they stay stuck there because they start to fret about, oh, I can't get it anymore. I've lost it. I can't do it. You know, why
It's-
can't I do it? Why can't I do it?
they start to put that energy of doubt in there, and it just snowballs and causes things to uh, even more blockages.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
I get
then
what you're
that
saying.
becomes very frustrating.
Yes, it
So,
does.
so that's where I come in. And I come in with a toolbox full of tools, and I'm creating this toolbox, and it'll come in the form of a deck of cards. And it's all the tools people need to maintain a high vibration so that they can continue to attract the reality they prefer.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And another amazing aspect of of this is that you've actually, or you're doing and have done the research behind this, to help people. And I think that is our purpose here. You found your purpose. And it all surrounds around, it all revolves around uh being of service and helping people. And what you're tapping into, what you've tapped into, is something that I believe can be of great use to everyone, because everyone wants to attract their desires and what they want, and learn how to minimize the things that they don't want in their life, in their experiences, including me, including yourself, I'm sure. So
Absolutely.
even with you uh, finding this information and sharing it and teaching it, it's making that process of attraction stronger for yourself as well, and affirming those things, if you get what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I always like to say, and I've seen the quote. I'm not sure who says it, but we teach best what we need to learn ourselves. And when you have a passion for something that you are curious about, you're going to put more energy into that. And I can see that, when I see your posts online and things like that, that you're very passionate about what you do. And that right there is the difference between someone that is just picking up something, for means of just a hobby, or just to be involved in something, or somebody that's really passionate about it, and that makes a world of difference, especially you're dealing with energies and things like that. So awesome. So Renee, you mentioned that you're also an artist as well. How does that tie into this, or does it?
Absolutely, it does. So I consider my art energy art, and and it's helpful to explain to people what happens in the law of attraction and how the things work. So I have a picture that I can show you. Let me just pull it down. There's actually a whole sculpture behind this, but it's on the other side of the room, so I'll just show you this.
Oh, it's beautiful. What
So
is
it's
that?
actually a picture of the sculpture,
Beautiful
but
colors.
thank you. It's basically our thoughts are electric and our emotions are magnetic, and they get together and they create this electromagnet. And so this is one of my pieces of energy art that helps to explain that. Um, and to me, it just looks like electromagnetism in action, with all the vibrant colors and the sparks and things of that nature.
Wow.
So, so
So
that's this piece.
So where do you pull the inspiration? I mean, I know it's law of attraction, but is there a certain process that you have that inspires you to put those your pieces together? I mean, do you already have an idea, or does it just, you get the paint and it just flows? I mean, how does that work?
So when I first started listening over a decade ago, it's been almost like 15 years ago now, uh, I would get these big sheets of butcher paper, and I would listen, and I would listen over and over and over to the same recording, and like the Abraham Hicks recordings and people like that. And I would really pick apart um, the mechanics of what they were saying. And so, and a lot of it was very subtle and would be missed by most people. I mean, if you were just listening and you weren't, cleaning house and just listening or something like that, then you probably wouldn't really key in on those points. But like I said, I would listen over and over and over, and I would draw what I was hearing. And then I ended up with all these scrolls of butcher paper full of all these diagrams, and then they started to become my artwork.
Wow. Wow.
And then
That's
that became a venue for me to be able to explain what I had heard, because I would try to explain what I had heard, say to like my husband, and he would just be like, I don't understand what you're talking about. It
Yes.
just
Oftentimes when you're dealing with creativity and art, it's easier expressed and shown other than explained. So that's the way I see it. So I want to ask you, so you help people basically get unstuck. So could you just give me a brief sort of like summary as to what you would do? Like, say, like if I was coming to you and I said, DeAnda, I'm stuck. I can't, it doesn't seem like anything's going right. I'm not attracting anything right, but my thoughts are pure. I have self-love. I mean, what am I doing wrong? So what, I'm not asking you to give your whole techniques away, but basically where would we start?
We would start where you are now. I would ask you something like, what are you attracting into your experience right now?
Okay.
And then you would give me the top 5 things that you feel you're attracting into your experience right now, and then where you want to go. And then we would talk about ways to get there.
Oh, exactly. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
And
So how long have you been doing this type of
so,
yeah.
well, I've been working with this stuff, like I said, for over a decade, but I
Oh,
had
over
a
there.
day
You
job.
did say that. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I had a day job, and that ended this last May.
Wow.
So May of 2020.
Wow.
So it's given me the opportunity to launch, and that's what I've been waiting to do and building up to doing this last decade. The last 3 to 4 years were ramping up, if you will, to get to here. And
Wow.
so,
Yeah, that's amazing you say that, because oftentimes it can be quite scary when doors close, those doors that we consider as safe and comfortable, and the ones we recognize, then we don't really know what's behind that other door, but we can know that something, assure ourselves that something is better is coming. Um, Start training our minds to know that when certain things happen, when certain doors close, it's because an opportunity is there, and just start gearing ourselves towards that. So that seems to be what you've done, uh,
yes,
and I congratulate you for doing that, for having the courage to do that, and to know, and to focus on the positive aspects of something that you probably were doing for quite some time, and knowing that it's, our life is just a series of unfolding and oh, just expanding. And that's,
absolutely.
yes. And I'm thankful. I'm interested now, after talking to you, into learning more. I've saw your art, seen your art, pieces of your art on my screen, coming down my wall on social media, on Facebook. But now that you're kind of giving me a little feedback behind it, and now it means that much more when I see it, because now I'm going to look at it and say, okay, I wonder what this means, because I know there's some significance behind each piece, and there's a purpose behind
Yes.
each piece, and that's just, it adds an element of mystery to that now. So could you tell, is there anything else you would like to share in regards to yourself or what you do, or anything else?
So, well, I, I
If
guess I
if
need to.
if not, that's okay. I because the next thing I was going to get at is how can if how can everyone find you? Like what's the best way to locate you, uh, here on social media or wherever you like people to contact you? How can they find you? I'll put some links up when I upload this video to
Okay.
Facebook and YouTube. I'll put the links that I'm going to have you send over to me. But if you would like to verbally, um,
Sure.
share your
Sure.
Facebook page or wherever.
So I'm in the
Website.
process of developing a group. It's not up yet. But I have a website, and the website is Innerstand U, like capital U.
Inner stand, like INNRER.
Yes,
Inner stand,
U.
the letter U
The letter U.
.com.
.com. Mhm.
Inner stand U.com. Wow, that's amazing. And that's your website.
That's my website.
Okay, René DeAnda. So everybody check out her website and connect with this woman and get unstuck. And even if you're not totally stuck, you just need something to strengthen where you are, I think it would be a good idea. And I'm interested in your art. Now, your art, you use it in regards to your craft, but do you also, is it also, I don't know if I'm saying it right, or do you sell it as well, your art?
Yes, I
Yes.
do. Uh,
Okay.
I'm in the process of figuring that out right now.
Oh, okay.
So uh, it's coming.
Yes. Because now you probably already have some ideas, but I'm just saying what I visualize right now, you selling pieces of your art with the meaning that you have already given to it and telling people that. So that's already in their mind when they put that piece of art up, on their wall.
Yes.
Like, this means this, and this gives off the energy of this. And I can see that. I can visualize that and see that, and visualize purchasing one of your pieces myself, because I do like to support the people that I've connected with, and I would be more than happy to, when you get that all set up, for you to give me a virtual uh, art show, and let me
That would
purchase
be
a piece
fantastic.
from you. I think that would be
That
amazing.
would be fantastic.
That sounds
I
fantastic.
have another piece I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on.
Let's
Let
look.
me grab it. So this piece,
Oh, wow.
uh, this piece is a download. I don't know if you use that verbiage or not, but
Yes, I do.
I receive information in what I consider downloads.
Yes.
And so when we're firing on all cylinders and our engine is running, and uh, then these happen, the downloads will happen.
Wow.
And you really won't get one unless you're hitting on all cylinders, because the channel has to be open, to get to receive it. So that's what this piece is all about.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely unique and beautiful. I love it. I really do.
Thank you.
Wow. And where do you usually do your art? Do you have a room where you have all your art supplies and you just shut yourself away? How does that process work?
So I have all these books
Oh, okay.
and I draw a lot. So what I'll do is I'll draw, like here's this one.
Wow, beautiful.
I'll draw and then I take a picture of it and then I digitize it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's where all the digitization you see comes in.
Oh,
And they're kind of neat because when you digitize things, you can layer them and
yes.
you can add layers. And when you add layers, when you change the lighting, I have my sculpture that you probably saw, that you saw online. It changes colors. And when it changes colors, all the different layers will pop out.
Like a
And
3D
yeah,
effect. Wow.
and it changes the whole the whole picture itself will change
Wow.
um, based on the color that's coming out of the light. Um,
Wow.
so
That's
I have
that
a lot
sounds
of fun
awesome.
with it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Renee, I appreciate you coming on today, and I look forward to talking with you again. And I'm interested. I'm definitely interested in the process, your process, and we're gonna have to talk even off of this platform here and your art. I'm definitely interested myself in seeing more of it, and I hope everybody else is. You, even though it sounds pretty complex what you're doing, at the same time, there's some simplicity to it because
Yeah.
the main thing is everybody wants to draw into their experience, their desired results and minimize the the unwanted things. So,
Yeah.
and I see you as a person that can assist people in doing so, and I appreciate that very much. And we need more
My pleasure.
people that can that have gifts and talents like you and are willing to share and help people with that, because I think that's what it's all about, not just having a talent or a passion, but figuring out a way to incorporate that passion in regards to helping others, the service of other people. And with that, I like I've said before, that labor that you're putting in, you might not call it labor because it's joy, but it's worthy of its hire. It's worthy of monetization as well. So, you know,
Absolutely.
yes, absolutely. And that's just an exchange of energy.
Yes.
So thank you very much. I'll be talking to you soon. And
Sounds great.
like I said, when this goes up, I'll put all the links up. And thanks everybody for tuning in. My name is Bryon Smith, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Thank you.